So with abrasives, a lot of knife makers I find don't really understand abrasives, or like new people being taught in classes. What they don't go over is understanding abrasives. So I see a lot of people using a ceramic belt, let's say on shaping or grinding wood. Like, I do not use a ceramic shredder belt to use wood. One, it has a red dye in it, and it can potentially, if you're grinding a lighter color piece of material, that dye can transfer over to your material. And two, they're more expensive than aluminum oxide 36 grit belt. And so when shaping wood handles, you don't need such a tough, enduring belt, because this is designed to grind in hardened steel. So what you're looking for more is an aluminum oxide belt. So I prefer the J-Flex aluminum oxide in 220 because it deteriorates, but at the same time it stays sharp all the way through. Or sometimes I feel like the green one can get glazed over, and when you're into the 220, you cannot refracture that belt. But understanding what's happening from the tooth level of the ceramics and then understanding what's happening to the steel is really important, and it's not a waste in investing time into understanding that. Like, so if you imagine a grinding belt as a drill bit, like once you understand steel and hardened steel and you have to drill it, it forces you to learn about it. So when you start drilling holes, you have to understand speed and feed and pressure when you're drilling carbon steel or hardened steel. So if you spin it too fast, not fast enough, you apply too much pressure, you break bits. So the same thing applies with abrasives, is understanding how much pressure you need to apply to this rate of speed. And then, because a lot of times what happens is people won't push hard enough, and they're having it at a very high speed. And what it does is it causes the surface of the belt to glaze over, and then it just skips over your knife instead of grabs your knife, and that's why you have to refracture it with like a piece of, carbide. And so that's why understanding how much pressure to apply at what speed is very crucial in understanding removal of metal.